as candlelight flickers on the wooden stage of London's Globe Theatre. An actor in costume utters, "To be, or not to be that is the question." The audience below aristocrats and cobblers, scholars and prostitutes a la Calians forward, as if standing alongside Hamlet on the castle battlements. It is a night in Itzenilbai, and the playwright hiding backstage, revising lines, has already written countless such moments on parchment with his quill. William Shakespeare, the glovemaker's son from Stratford, who never attended university, would become history's greatest dramatist. His Senshitsi plays, 156 sonnets, and 2 long narrative poems, form a mighty river of humanity that has flowed through 4 centuries, still nourishing every reader's soul, from Romeo and Juliet's passionate love to King Lear's tragic grandeur, from the Merchant of Venice's wit to the Tempest's philosophical wonder. Shakespeare built an eternal stage where all eras see their own reflections. Born April Arshasen, 1566, in Stratford-upon-Avon, Warwickshire, Shakespeare was the son of successful tradesman John Shakespeare, who served as town councillor and bailiff, and Mary Arden. From an old noble family, little is definitively known of his childhood, but scholars speculate he attended the local grammar school, studying Latin, classical literature, and rhetoric, foreshadowing his later use of Plutarch's Lives and Ovid's Metamorphoses. At Sheba, he married Anne Hathaway 8 years his senior, with daughter Susanna born the next year, followed by twins Hamnet and Judith in 1582. His lost years, 1582到1592, remain unrecorded. Stories range from poaching deer to teaching school, to joining a traveling troupe. Regardless, by 1592, he emerged in London's theatre scene as a mature playwright. Shakespeare began as a theatre handyman, managing props and playing bit parts, gradually adapting old scripts. In 1592, fellow dramatist Robert Greene attacked him as an upstart crow, beautified with our feathers, proving Shakespeare already threatened established writers. By 1596, he was central to the Lord Chamberlain's Men, later King's Men, London's leading troupe, with star actor Richard Burbage. Shakespeare wrote for them and performed, reportedly specializing in elderly roles like Hamlet's ghost. In 1592, the Globe Theatre opened on London's South Bank, a circular open-air playhouse, holding spectators, with Shakespeare as a shareholder. Most of his classics premiered here: Henry V, Hamlet, Macbeth, despite bare stages and all-male casts. Boys played women. Shakespeare's language created vivid imagery. How bright tonight's moon, and does that cloud not look like a camel? Sparked audiences' imaginations. Shakespeare's works are conventionally divided into comedies, tragedies, and histories, but this oversimplifies their complexity. His comedies offer profound insights into love and society. Not mere laughs, tragedies dissect human frailty beyond sad endings. Histories explore power and morality through monarchs' rises and falls. In The Merchant of Venice, Shakespeare creates both the greedy Jewish moneylender Shylock and the witty Portia. Shylock's demand for a pound of flesh seems cruel, yet reflects centuries of anti-Semitism. He hath disgraced me, and hindered me 500,000, laughed at my losses, mocked at my gains, scorned my nation, thwarted my bargains, cooled my friends, heated mine enemies. And what's his reason? I am a Jew. This speech elevates Shylock beyond villainy to tragic complexity. Portia's courtroom triumph showcases wit while satirizing legal rigidity. Hamlet, his greatest tragedy, transforms a prince's revenge into a philosophical exploration of existence, morality, and perception. Hamlet's hesitation reflects not cowardice, but struggle with action versus thought. His anger at Gertrude expresses disillusionment with human hypocrisy. His doomed love for Ophelia reveals purity's fragility amid cruelty, supporting characters cunning Claudius, loyal Horatio, impulsive Laertes each embody facets of humanity, creating a complete portrait of life. Called the master of English words, Shakespeare used archetypal, distinct terms, coining or popularizing menaiabal, break the ice, heart of gold still. Common today, his language ranges from sharp satire frailty, thy name is woman, to poetic metaphor love, is a smoke, made with the fume of sighs, puns abound, like Mercutio's dying line in Romeo and Juliet ask, for me tomorrow, and you shall find me a grave mangrave meaning both serious and buried, blending humor with mortality. This linguistic tension entertains casual viewers while rewarding scholarly analysis. Imagery defines his style. Macbeth's recurring blood motif lady. Macbeth's all the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand symbolizes inescapable guilt. Hamlet's disease metaphor something is rotten in the state of Denmark concretized societal decay and psychological torment with striking power. Shakespeare's language is also remarkably adaptable, allowing him to write elegant verse befitting aristocrats, while also capturing the slang and jokes of the common people. In Henry IV, Falstaff's dialogue is imbued with the vernacular, while the king's monologues are solemn and majestic. This linguistic diversity reflects Shakespeare's deep observations of life across all social classes, and makes his works accessible and enjoyable to audiences of all cultural backgrounds. The Henry IV histories depict a prodigal son prince against Shuwudwin H century. England's backdrop. Prince Hal's relationship with Falstaff witty and vital forms the core. Hal's rejection of Falstaff upon becoming king movingly illustrates power's dehumanizing effect. Shakespeare's histories breathe life into the past through vivid details and characters, making history a living narrative of human desires. His sonnets, mostly written in the Yitan Wubai Jiu explore love, friendship, time, and artistic immortality. Sonnet, Shiba. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day, celebrates love's transcendence. Sonnet Ibai let me not to the marriage of true minds defines love as an ever-fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken. Like his plays, they balance sweetness with jealousy, youth's beauty with age's acceptance.